Which I thought we was done. Y'all thought it was over with. Nah, man, that was just for dramatic pause. That was just for effect, you know. When you hold the gun up to somebody's head right before you pull the trigger, you gotta give them that super sinister look. We took a week off, but it's all good, man. We back in full effect, big dog. Whenever you hear that MVP chant, you already know what's the deal. It's the most valuable podcast in the world. It's the Hitmen podcast, episode 76. Chris in here, MG in here. What's going on, big dog? How you feeling?
All right, good, man. Good, bro. Weather finally getting nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all smooth, man. You?
I'm good, bro. I'm fronting. I'm fronting. I've been sick. I had some family stuff going on, some stuff that had me low for a minute. Plus, work was going on, too. You know, playoffs isn't high gear, so I was all over the place. But we had to get this schedule situated because we was going in the middle of the week, and by the time we put a pod out, something else done happen. I'm like, man,
Bruh.
I failed you, bro.
Nah, you good.
I failed you, bro. So I had to revamp it. We're gonna do Sunday nights throughout the end of the NBA Finals. I just think that worked best, but appreciate y'all hanging in there. I was getting some emails. I finally got some mailbag stuff, but Marks was like, "Yo, what's up? What's the deal? Like, you good? You breathing? You alive?" Yeah, man. Mental health awareness month, so had to take my time too. But appreciate you tapping back in with me, dog. What's going on in 313? You said the weather's straight.
Bruh, finally, bruh.
Yeah.
Go outside finally, bruh. Bring the shorts out.
Shorts and sundress season.
You already know, bruh.
We're going to say that for the game show, but it's getting warm, man. It's getting warm. You already know when it get warm, that's when everybody show out. So before we get off into it, man, I got an early shout out. I want to send a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. The mothers that listen to the pod. The basketball moms, the basketball wives, you feel me? The moms that are expecting to be, the ones that wish they were. Just wanted to say, you know, there is no us without y'all, so we love y'all. Happy Mother's Day. Wanted to shout out Big Muda Chandler. My mama, she went on a cruise to celebrate Mother's Day solo. The podcast princess, I wanted to send out happy Mother's Day to her mom. Love you with all my heart and soul, body and mind, all of that. You feel me? Good stuff. I know you want to shout out your OG too, big dog.
Definitely got to give a shout out to my OG, bro. Look, man, I don't know where I would be without her, bro.
Mama MG, we love you, appreciate you. Thank you for bringing, you know what I'm saying, this beast into the podcast game. Appreciate you raising them right, you feel me? I know it's tough in the D.
Man, look, I don't even know if she knew she was getting herself into with me.
Before we get off into what's going on in the playoff scene, we want to let y'all know that we everywhere that podcasts live. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, all of that. Make sure you hit us up in the mailbag, the Hitmen Podcast at gmail.com. This episode is proudly sponsored by Anchor. Make sure we get them bills paid. You feel me? If you're trying to get down and start a podcast like the THP, tap into anchor.fm to get started. They got everything you need over there to get situated. Get with us on the socials, man. We on Instagram and Twitter at Labeled and Known, at Hitmen Podcast, at Virtuoso Sport. Did I leave anything out? I know I was off for a week. We good to go, bro?
I think you got it all covered.
All right, you ready to hit the nitrous button on the show? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Boom.
Woo out the Bams.
Y'all already know who out the Bams. We just got through getting out the game. Philly, Miami, James Harden turning back the clock. The 76ers even up the series in the Eastern Conference, 116-108. Looking like MVP form. I don't even know what's up. Maybe he finally started going green, started getting on the right diet, whatever. Maybe hit the strip club a day and a half earlier just to be on the safe side, but they look real good against the Heat tonight, Brody.
Yeah, bro. Especially down the stretch, man, because they definitely needed him tonight.
We ain't seen that in a minute. Joel Embiid, the masked man, the phantom of the Wells Fargo Center, he came back the other night and set the tone. I think he had 18 and 11. Tonight he finished with 23, 24. They look good, though. I wasn't expecting them to even this up. Miami was kicking their ass in the first two games. I thought they might have messed around and steamrolled them. Doc Rivers was doing that R. Kelly Gayle King impression in the interviews. They was coming at his neck about them Game 7 choke jobs. He's like, man, I'm fighting for my fucking life. Y'all killing me out here with this shit, man. But he got it together, bro. Ty Maxey, Tobias Harris chipped in, Danny Green. I don't know where these threes coming from with Danny Green ass.
Bruh. Man go a whole season without hitting nothing.
Nah, I thought he was the 10 man from the Wizard of Oz. Needed some WD-40, but they starting to look real good, man. I don't know. I don't really like Philly chances against the team I'm gonna get off into talking about in a minute because I was in the building for that yesterday. But what's your takeaways from this game tonight, and with it now being a 3-game series for a chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Well, first we need to put out an APB for Tyler Hero.
Yikes!
Because where he go?
Rick Ross was trying to sub in the other night. You feel me? He said, I got my first rebound, baby.
Hey, bro, he might have to, bro, because non-bubble Tyler Hero is back.
11 points tonight. I don't think he scored over 20 in the series yet, has he?
Not that I remember.
Damn.
He has been gone, and it's one name that we really got to call out. Jimmy Butler been hooping, but
yeah, surprisingly,
the big name we got to call out is Bam Adebayo. I'm sorry, dog. 180 million, and you ain't giving me a consistent 24, 25 a game in the playoffs, bro. Nah, gonna cut it.
Looking real Julius Randle-ish from 1 year ago, right?
Man, look. I mean, he do his thing defensively, but man, offensively, we hear all of this stuff about how talented he is offensively, but we never see it. Like we look up and the dude and took 10 shots. Like that just is not excusable. For if I'm paying you $180 million, you taking 15 plus shots a game. I don't care.
So it sounds like you got Miami winning the series. You just looking for them to kind of play up to that standard, right?
I had picked Miami before the series. I still think they're just a deeper team, and then with the way Harden's been playing outside of the night, I still would lean Miami, especially at home court, but I wouldn't be surprised at this point, just because Jimmy Butler is literally getting almost no help out there right now.
Good point. Harden finished with 31, 9 and 7 rebounds, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, including, like you said, clutch free throws at the end, clutch 3-pointers at the end to put the game away. No real good production from the Heat side. They kind of spread it around. Victor Oladipo was the hero a couple of games ago. No pun intended, but he ended with 15 tonight. Tyler Hero had 11 points. It was just a pedestrian effort by everybody else. Kyle Lowry had his start back tonight, only finished with 6 points. Strus hit 2 threes and he fouled out of the game. PJ Tucker fouled. I think he had 5 fouls. He's been wilding though, like thugging it out. He went, like that's his only purpose on the games. These past 2 games, games 3 and 4, have been to be like an agitator. I saw the game the other night and he literally like was going out of his way to like play hockey. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how they go and try to pick a fight on the ice? That's what PJ Tucker's been on these past 2 games. Finished with 7 points, didn't do any type of damage from a defensive side. Jimmy Butler's giving him everything he got with 40. And like you said, Bam gave him 25 points and 7 rebounds. But in a defense, bro, like it's hard when your tallest or your best rebounder is 6'7" and you're going up against Joel Embiid.
Oh, of course. But I mean, this has just been the case with Bam in general.
Yeah.
I mean, you just look up and I mean, all throughout the regular season and everything else, it's just a common thing with him. And it's how he's getting his points, too. That's the problem. But right now, he get a lot of his points through, doing some of the dirty work on the glass or in transition or, catching it in a pick and roll. But if I'm paying you $180 million, you better be able to go get your own shot.
I mean, even now, like, while we talking about depth of the Heat, the Sixers, they didn't play Millsap. They didn't play Court Moss. They didn't, like, they still got the shit done. Matisse Thybulle, who we thought was going to be, like, huge when it comes to defense, he barely gets minutes now. As long as they stay the course, they're looking good, and that's honestly what I wanted anyway. I want Philly and Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals because I want to see the dog fight. You feel me?
Hey, man, the 2 MVPs.
Yeah, straight up and down. That's actually where I want to get off into next, man. I was in the building yesterday when Giannis he decided to go galactic. You feel me? Like, really, really took the series personal. It got real physical yesterday as well, but the Bucks ended up even in the series with Boston. Grant Williams, like I said, we talking about PJ Tucker being a thug, he was on some thug shit yesterday as well, but Giannis wasn't having it. He was dunking left and right, grown man business when it came to the paint, bro.
They let Giannis get away with murder.
That's fine. It all looks the same. It all looks the same in
Look,
the
man,
rear view. A car crash looked the
Grant
same.
Williams was literally standing there,
Hey.
waiting on Giannis, and Giannis just plows through him, and they call foul on Grant Williams.
Listen, man. A car crash looks the same. It don't matter which car it is, but when it's in the rearview mirror, it all look the same. You feel me?
Nah, bro. If the refs, how are you supposed to defend Giannis if the refs are gonna officiate the game that way?
You can't, bro. 42-8 or 42-12-8. Excuse me.
I'd be cool with it if they let the players be physical right back with them, but you can't just allow somebody to go out there and just run through standing objects.
It's hard to be physical with Giannis. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean, because of how they ref it, you can't touch. I mean, you can't do it. You can't bring any physicality to him without them calling foul, and they just allow Giannis to literally plow through people like he's a running back.
What do you think of Boston's effort? Even with them kind of making a late surge, the Bucks only won by 3 points. Like, all jokes aside, like Giannis played incredible, but they really had no business winning the game. Boston was in it the entire way of the game. Questionable call when Marcus Smart got the 3-point or the 3 free throws at the end. Not a lot of effort from the Bucks bench, and Boston just kind of hung around. Jason Tatum only had 10 points. You feel what I'm saying? And they still lost by 2. So I don't know. If I'm Boston, I don't feel I don't feel like a big lack of confidence because they only lost by 2 points and they didn't play well. But they had an opportunity to win the game still.
Yeah, I mean, I think Boston, if we're going to look at it, I mean, Boston's been the better team in this series.
Hands down.
They are the better team. They just have not shot the ball well. Some of that is to Milwaukee's credit, but I mean,
they've been the better team. They just don't have the best player. That's the deciding factor.
Well,
one team has the best
ref
player
either. Look, man, that shit yesterday was egregious, bro. That was egregious. Like I get it sometimes giving them one here and there, but you can't let Giannis do that type of shit and expect it's unwatchable.
Super physical. Robert Williams, Grant Williams.
It's not even super physical. I don't mind the physicality. The physicality is fine, but you got to call it both ways. You can't allow Giannis to be because the rules are already slanted in the offensive player's way anyway. So now when you allow the offensive player to also be more physical than the defense,
right?
You can't play defense on the man.
That's the MVP rules, though, bro. You know how
that's not MVP rule. That's the Giannis and LeBron rule. That's like the LeBron stiff arm. You know what I mean? Man, look, when LeBron drive right, that man be stiff arming people like the Heisman Trophy with his left arm every time. But it takes away from the enjoyment of the game because it's like if you're a fan watching and you like watching good defense and you watch somebody not being able to play defense, like Giannis's game is not easy to watch a lot of times.
It's hard. I like Giannis. It's not hard. It's hard to not lose yourself in that situation though when he's coming down time after time after time. Euro step, spin move.
What you mean you lose yourself? If you Grant Williams and you standing still waiting on Giannis.
I'm not talking about as a player. I'm talking about watching it. It becomes monotonous. The same thing over and over and over.
No, yeah, to a degree. Because I mean, it's not like he's got an aesthetically pleasing game either. Because it's not like very skillful. In that
you don't
sense.
Like Giannis.
No, I just figured it out. No, I fucks with Giannis the person, but the player, he has limitations that he is allowed to hide because of how he is officiated. Because of how hard he plays, but right. He has limitations. He still can't shoot. I mean, we've seen that time and time again. But earlier in the series, when they wasn't giving Giannis them bullshit foul calls, Giannis wasn't doing shit. And then the one game where we see him go off is the game where all of a sudden they calling everything for him. Like, just call the game. Just allow players to be physical with Giannis. You can't, like, that's all I ask. Allow people to be as physical with Giannis as he is with them.
Who do they have on the team that can be as physical with him? Who do they have that can match up with him besides maybe Robert Williams?
Oh, it's not about just, like, in general, pushing him around type shit. But it's like when Giannis starts his drive and he's fucking dropping the shoulder and bulldozing like he's Jerome Bettis, as a defender and your feet are in place, you can't call that a defensive foul on the defender if you beat Giannis to the spot, or if you are the slightest a bit holding your ground against Giannis. They still call foul.
I hear what you're saying, bro. I hear
I like Giannis. I love how competitive he is. I like who he is off the court. I just don't like how he is officiated. That's my problem with Giannis.
I hear you, bro. Marshawn Lynch told us though, when somebody get hit in their face over and over and
hey, Grant Williams ain't back down yet.
Nah, he was on go mode after a while. A lot of those fouls were like, we're not playing basketball anymore. Now it's
because of how Giannis plays. If you're gonna keep trying to run through me like a running back, okay, I'm gonna be physical back with you. But the problem is,
I feel like Ime is. I feel like Ime is with the shits too. He's probably on the sideline like, all right, but that's how we doing it. We're gonna take it there.
But the problem is, if you're Giannis, the refs allow you to play football, and if you're the Celtics, i.e. Grant Williams or Al Horford, they only allow you to play basketball, not football.
They need Scott Foster. I had to check in quick.
I mean, Jason Tatum got to come back too. I mean, Jaylen Brown been carrying them, so this series at least.
Had 27 yesterday, kept him in the game. I was mistaken. I said they tied it up at 2. Same with Philly and Miami. No, they actually got on the board because this was the first game in Milwaukee. Game 4 is tomorrow night on TNT, or Monday night rather on TNT. We're recording this Sunday night. How do you think this goes tomorrow when they go back to Pfizer Forum?
I hate to say it, but it's gonna come down to how it's officiated.
Do you think bro? I got 2 questions. One, do you think that you could dedicate your life to being a professional NBA referee? Yes or no? Like becoming the best you could be, like learning the rules, like really being down.
Oh, learning the rules ain't the problem. I ain't got the patience to how some of these players be talking to the refs. I'm throwing people out the game, or we fighting. It's one of the two.
And you hooping too? Like what? You what? 6'5", 6'6", some shit like that.
6'4".
Yeah, you not having
it. Look, man. The minute somebody like Draymond say something crazy, bro. Okay, bro. Pause the game. Time out. Everybody, go to your respective benches. Me and Draymond about to hold center court real quick. You're not about to be talking to me any kind of way, bro.
Second question: How much money do you think NBA referees make annually?
I would imagine it's not as much as people think.
Take a guess.
I'd probably go $250,000 to $300,000.
Some of them get upwards of half a ticket though.
Ooh, well, I'm imagining the man they send out to extend series.
Would you like to know which ones? I'm sure you can guess.
Scott Foster got to be there.
You already know it.
Tony Brothers.
Top of the top. Mark Davis too. Don't forget.
Okay.
The seniors, the ones that'll be doing the finals. Yeah, those are the ones that will be getting that type of bag. So,
call Scott Foster the fixer.
Yeah, I heard that, and they had the nerve to post like, "Who's Jack Harlow?" Do you see that?
Bruh. Hey, man. Jack living their life, bro.
Crazy. Because they so thirsty. Like, I wish somebody would ask, who's Scott Foster? They won't be household names, man. But
well, I mean, if you've ever rooted for a team Chris Paul has played on, you know who he is.
We're going to get to it in 1 second because there was a few storylines that came back. Matter of fact, let's go to it right now. The second game on the slate tonight, Dallas, or the first game rather, we just got through watching Philly and Miami. Dallas and Phoenix. Dallas evens the score at 2 games apiece in that series behind Luka Doncic, behind Dorian Finney-Smith, Kenny Smith's son. They've been joking about it all day. But they leveled the playing field, 111 to 101. Luka led the way with 26 points. Devin Booker had 35, but this was due to Chris Paul fouling out. Didn't play well. He had 3 fouls like in the first 5 minutes of the game. One of the big stories afterwards was there was an altercation in the stands, and the fan, I guess, got physical with Chris Paul's family, namely his wife. There's a clip that I actually got. I'm gonna attach it to the show, to the YouTube part of the show, but Chris Paul tells him, "Yeah, I'll see your ass later. It's all good." Cause and then in the post game when they asked him about what was up with the game, he's like, "Yeah, I gotta watch film." Like, all right, cool, whatever. Am I done? Cause he was trying to get up out of there. His mind is obviously elsewhere. But
he was going to watch film to see who it was, to get a better look at who it was.
Oh no, he saw him face to face. I'll shoot the clip over to you. Matter of fact,
Okay.
I'm gonna DM it to you right now, boss. But yeah, bro, it's one of them things where like, They won by 10. Luka did great. Dorian Finney-Smith chipped in. I think he had seven threes tonight.
Yeah.
They scored the most threes in franchise history in the first half in the playoff series. Jalen Brunson ended up clicking, turning things on at the end of the game. I just don't understand, bro, if you DeAndre Ayton, if you Devin Booker, like, how do y'all not dominate these guys? Like, how? They don't have anybody that can bang with y'all, that can hang with y'all on a regular basis.
Well, part of that is when Chris Paul is there, DeAndre Ayton has to play differently. And nobody ever points this out, but they don't run plays for DeAndre Ayton often.
We talked about this before, yeah.
Yeah, like, so any place they do run for him, he's catching the ball 14 to 15, 16 feet from the rim instead of back to the basket. And against a team like Dallas, who is far undersized.
Exactly, that's what I'm going with.
Ayton should be beasting in the post.
He should be killing them. He should be running a daycare down there in the post. You feel me? But for whatever reason, he can't get over 8 rebounds a game against the Mavericks, bro.
Well, I'll tell you, the three things that are really going on are, number one, Dallas is being more physical. They are being being more physical.
Let's talk about that Phoenix. Shit too.
Because and you notice Phoenix struggled against the physicality in the finals against Milwaukee. They struggled against the physicality of the Pelicans. And now when Dallas started being the more physical team, Phoenix started struggling again. And then what happens is Phoenix tries to be physical back, but they end up overdoing it. And next thing you know, they're picking up fouls left and right.
And let's talk about that, because that extended the game another 45 minutes, damn near an hour, because let's be real. Luka's a flopper. Chris Paul's a flopper. And now it seems to just be trickling down to everybody. They want to challenge calls every 3 minutes. It's just like, bro, just hoop. I don't care about this shit.
That was going to be my second point right there.
Damn.
First point, Dallas is being more physical. Second point, Luka is out CP3 and CP3.
Oh, like he getting shot. Every situation, he getting shot in the foot, shot in the back. Oh my god, like Ricky running down the alley and Boys in the Hood. Every play, like, stop.
Yeah, I mean, shit. How many times we got to watch Jay Crowder hit the flow? Same thing, or kick the leg out on a three. You know what I'm saying? So like, Chris Paul is getting beat at his own game right now, and so that's also an issue. And then third,
bad game for him 2 days after his 37th birthday too.
Yeah. And then three, the turnover battle. The last 2 games, Dallas has completely dominated the turnover battle. I think game 3 they only had 10 turnovers, and then tonight it was something similar. Like, Phoenix is committing like 10 more turnovers a game than Dallas right now, something like that.
Mavericks only had 11 to Phoenix's 17.
Yeah, and then a lot of those turnovers are Luka because he has the ball so much, but they're allowing Luka to get off easy. Because the thing with Luka is he holds the ball. He'll wait for the double team to come, and this is how he gets a lot of his turnovers. He's trying to pass out of a double team instead of making a quick move and going. But the problem is when Phoenix ain't scoring off of those turnovers, and then they're also turning the ball over themselves, here you go.
Do the Mavericks really have a chance to knock them off, though, to get to the Western Conference Finals?
Is Scott Foster going to ref one of these 3 games? That's the real question, because he hasn't refed the Phoenix game in like 8 games. So we know he's going to be due for one of these last 3 games probably. So if Scott is working one of these games, you can just chalk that one up for Dallas.
I think that's a 2-part question. If Chris Paul is playing and Scott Foster has a chance to ruin Chris Paul getting a ring, I think that answers your question.
Yeah.
I think they kind of ask I think they ask the same thing, like, before the game. Chris will go, is Scott reffing? And Scott will go, is Chris playing? All right, cool. I'll see you out
there. Yeah. So at this point, it's really a matter of I don't know if Scott's going to end up reffing one of these games, these last 3, because like I said, it's been 8 games since he's reffed the Suns game.
Yeah.
But if he is reffing one of these games, it's really a 1-1 series, because the Scott Foster game, you could just chalk that up to Dallas.
1 million. And then all they got to do is kind of win. All they got to win on their own. What?
Saucy.
So that's going to be a big thing, because we can say it doesn't play into it, you know, and it's all on the players. But when you look at the history of Scott Foster and Chris Paul and the record, and Scott Foster refusing to call a lot of that flopping shit that CP3 does as well.
Unfortunately.
Now ain't unfortunately that flopping shit get annoying.
I said,
Look, man.
Unfortunately, you're right.
Oh yeah,
I'm tired. Because
let me tell you, game 3 was unwatchable.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm like, all right,
especially the third quarter, bruh.
I'm out of this. I'll come back. I'll be back.
every play was a turnover, an offensive or a defensive foul, or a technical or a flagrant. Like it was like every play. So like, I mean, Phoenix is the better team. But they gotta ramp up the level of, they gotta rep up the physicality, man.
Intensity too.
Yeah, because they're just getting out. Dallas is just being more physical than them right now, and they're just playing harder. And then Luka doesn't even have to play great right now because of that, and so they're really letting Luka off the hook.
And keep in mind, Dallas is really like on one leg right now. A lot of their players, the Tim Hardaway Jr., a lot of these guys, like you saw a lot of like the everyday players in street clothes tonight. Mm-hmm. They were on the sideline like vibing out, but Luka's getting it done. You can't really be mad at it, bro. Jason Kidd's doing a hell of a job coaching too, by the way.
Hell yeah. And I mean, the big problem Dallas is gonna have is Luka having the ball in his hands too much. You gotta let guys like Brunson and Dinwiddie kind of cook, and they can't do that with Luka holding the ball until 5 seconds left in the shot clock and then giving it up. So,
agreed.
That's gonna be Dallas's big problem, whether it be this series, if they make it to the next round, or just going forward in the future. That is a problem that Luka. I think his usage rating in these playoffs so far has been like close to 40%.
Yeah,
which is an absurd number.
Yeah, he's barely off the floor. Let's talk.
No, not off the floor. How much he has the ball when he's on the floor? Like 40% is like
nobody else is bringing it up. I believe it's Brunson, and then like you said, Dinwiddie when Luka's off the floor. But
and that's part of because
far away.
He holds it until the end of the possession because Luka does this thing where he'll stand there and dribble until the double team comes and then try to do something. So, and this is Luka's problem too. He waits for the defense to open something up for him instead of him opening something up himself.
Yeah, attacking.
And that's a problem. Yeah, he doesn't create based on what he is actually capable of. He creates based on what the defense is trying to do to him, and that's the next step in Luka's evolution that he has to learn.
Do you think Luka listens to Future before the games?
Something tells me it's Gucci.
Speaking of which,
I feel like Luka's a Gucci guy.
The referee that kept giving Chris Paul the text, did he not look like Gucci?
Oh, you talking about Lil Gucci? Yeah, bro. That's Lil Gucci, bro.
Am I the last one to find out about this?
Yeah, bro. We call him Lil Gucci.
Wow.
Lil Gucci, man.
I'm like, yo, what's up?
Lil Gucci.
Let's talk Memphis and Golden State before we get off into the hits, man. No penalty, no other consequences for Jordan Poole. I thought it was kind of crazy that they even said some shit like that anyway. He grabbed his knee and kept it pushing. But
because they play it in slow-mo, and the slow motion looked way worse than like actual time.
It looked weird though. Like, what are we talking about? Can we like
yeah, if you play it in like actual regular speed, it don't look like nothing. But when
you
play it in slow-mo, it looks like a million times worse.
Like he tried to pull his kneecap off, right?
Bruh, and when you look at it in like when you look at it in the slow-mo, it looked like he like super yanked this man's leg because it's so slow and you get to see every little movement. When you play it in real time, boy, John's leg barely moved when Jordan touched it. Like,
exactly. That's what I was getting to. And he's in the post-game interview not giving any energy to it. Like, I'm not that type of player. Like, what are we talking about right now? Like this.
And here's my thing: if you was gonna go out there and try to injure Ja, number one, why wait to the end of the game? Number two, why do it when you already up 30? Like, I could understand like maybe if they were down, if the Warriors was down 30 and they was just frustrated, that some type of frustration kind of foul type of shit. But like, what the fuck is the point of you up 30? You just smacked the team by 30.
1,000,000%.
Why? What reason would I have to injure somebody in that situation?
What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Curry led Ja actually led all scores with 34 before he left the game. But Curry ended up going for 30 points, 14 for 14 from the free throw line. Klay Thompson pitched in 21. Wiggins was 17. Kuminga with a hellified effort with 18 points to push the Warriors, as well as Jordan Poole giving you 27 off the bench. 142 to 112 was the score. I mean, it's par for the course. Golden State up 2-1. They got another game back at the crib. tomorrow night. Ja looking like he's not gonna play in Game 4, so we might be ending this series by the middle of the week. You feel me?
Yeah, look, man, I think this shit over. I think this shit over, honestly. Number one.
So who won't smoke? Who won't beef? Huh?
Yeah,
Draymond. So you saying Draymond gonna put his podcast episode out right after us because he gonna have some time off?
He might as well, bro. He might as well, bro. Look, I get it. Everybody like Memphis. I like Memphis, but Golden State was not playing Golden State basketball in the first two games, right?
Yeah.
In Game 3, they got back to playing Golden State basketball, ball movement, getting clean shots. You seen that little crazy play Poole and Steph ran on the baseline?
Yes, yeah, with
the
ring
around the rosy. You know what I mean? Yeah, like. But they got back to act, and this has always been the Warriors' strength in the league where teams don't run much offense in terms of sets and stuff. It's a lot of pick and roll. The Warriors have always been that team that does, and that's always been one of their strengths. And the first couple games, they got away. They got too involved with ISO ball, bad threes. Obviously, turnovers are always a problem with Golden State, but they got back to just playing Warrior basketball, moving the ball with, kind of looking for the open man and movement, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. And Memphis could not guard it. They don't have the defensive IQ to guard something like that. Because it's a lot of young guys as well. So, not only that, but the Warriors, they shot, just tragically bad in Game 1 and 2, and you knew it wasn't going to last.
No, not at all.
And honestly,
that's with Draymond's situation with the flagrant 2, flagrant 1, whatever they were going to end up giving him.
Yeah, and honestly, I think
they're too focused, bro.
And I hate to say it this way, but I think the basketball gods are humbling the Grizzlies right now.
What you mean? What they do? What happened?
I'm cool with the shit talking and all of that in the regular season. It's the regular season, but Memphis, they tend to walk around like they shit don't stink a lot of times, and like bro, y'all
cocky boys and cook.
Y'all should have left. Y'all should have lost 5-1 to Minnesota. If we really gonna be honest about it, the refs gave y'all 2 of those games, and then Minnesota blew 3 comebacks. Like y'all weren't supposed to win that series, and then you come into this series, you lose Game 1, and then you win Game 2, and you talking shit to Steph Curry face. And I get it. I'm fine with the competitiveness and shit like that, or just some regular banter. But like you talking shit, like he talking mad greasy to Steph face, like, and it's like, bro, y'all haven't done nothing yet. Y'all just now got to the second round for the first time. So relax a little bit. Y'all need to humble yourselves because y'all still have Golden State in front of you. You ain't playing Minnesota. You're not playing the Golden State y'all beat in the play-in last game because there wasn't any Steph or there wasn't any Clay, and Poole wasn't the same player, and they didn't so. I think it's the basketball. I think it's the basketball god saying, "Look, Memphis, humble yourselves. Y'all need to focus more. And y'all need to lock in. Y'all can't just be out here talking greasy, especially to a team that's been there, done it 4 times." Or 3. It's levels to this shit.
Set it off. Continue to check out the games on ESPN and on TNT. We inching closer and closer to June 2nd. That's the first Game 1 of the NBA Finals, so keep it locked. The Hitmen Podcast at gmail.com, and of course on the socials at Hitmen Podcast, at Labeled and Known, at Virtuoso Sport. Let's talk about these quick hits real quick. The Kings hire Warriors assistant coach Mike Brown. I thought we were getting Mark Jackson back on the scene. Everybody kept saying he interviewed with him twice. They loved it. And then reports came out Mike Brown signed a 4-year deal to become the Kings' next head coach. What's the deal? Like what's up? Why we can't get
There's a reason why the Kings have been a tragic franchise for the last 20 years.
Why we can't get Jack back in the coaching spot though? I thought this was the one. They keep saying they kept hinting at the Lakers. Maybe I don't know. I think that's a long shot.
Yeah, because apparently the Lakers. We had heard that Mark Jackson had a better shot at getting the Kings job than
I thought it was over with. I thought it was done.
Again, the Kings have been a tragic franchise for the last 20 years for a reason, and this is another one of those.
No shade to Mike Brown, by the way, though.
No, it's definite shade to Mike Brown. This is another one of them good old boy hires. We've seen him coach at previous stops, and it's not really good. especially offensively. He can coach some defense, but offensively, his teams are tragic.
Keep in mind, Sacramento Kings are in the same division as the Golden State Warriors, and Sacramento, California is maybe an hour drive north of Oakland, where they used to play. So an hour and a half, 2 hours north from San Francisco. So they see him plenty of times. It might even have been easier to move Mike Brown because of the fact that he's so close. He might have already had a house in Sacramento, whatever the case may be.
What and on top of that,
and a relationship on top of that.
What history for somebody who's been in the league as long as he has? What history does Mike Brown have of developing?
I mean, Mark Jackson's been in the league longer than Mike Brown. We talking about playing and coaching.
Yeah, but just even from a coaching standpoint, what history does Mike Brown have coaching that we see in terms of developing on players? Because that's the situation he's
developing.
Walking into.
No, I think he's not.
He can coach defense, and that's about it.
I was about to fuck up. He's been in situations where he's had to babysit or he's gotten the keys to a sports car and somebody told him don't crash it. So
we know what babysitting does when you're babysitting LeBron. I mean, you have no control anyway. So I mean,
didn't he coach him? No, he LeBron wasn't on the Lakers when he was there.
No. It was I think he was an assistant coach on one of them staffs.
Really?
Yeah, I think he was an assistant on one of them staffs. I know he coached them, 07 for that finals run, but I want to say he was an assistant coach under Luke Walton, maybe? Or was it under the first year of Vogel, maybe?
I'm not sure. I thought it was with Golden State the whole time.
Yeah, but it's and on top of that, I mean, it's a good old boys thing, and why does Mark Jackson not deserve a second shot when you look at what
something
he did with
is going
some of that
on?
golden?
Something we
of
don't
course.
know. It's real now. It's real now.
And not only
this was
that,
this was the realest chance that he's gotten in a long time. It almost feels like the Kaepernick workouts with the teams, right?
Yeah.
This felt real. This felt real. I don't know what was going on with that.
And on top of that, if recent years haven't showed you anything, fresh blood is probably the way to go. When you look at the Taylor Jenkins of the world, the Nick Nurses, the Coach Buds, you look at Willie Green, fresh blood kind of seems, Ime Udoka, fresh blood in the coaching circuit kind of seems to be the way to go right now. Like, it's a Sacramento Kings move, and they are where they are for a reason.
Second quick hit before we get off into the rundown. DeAndre Hopkins, we didn't get a chance to talk about it the last time we tapped in. Suspended the first 6 games of the regular season for violating the PED sanctions in the NFL. Arguably the best wide receiver of the past 10 years. Why would you even need that? Like, what is going on? He tried to, I guess, appeal it. Then somebody got in his ear and was like, "Hey, dog, that stove kind of hot. You might not want to touch the top of that stove." And so he rescinded his appeal and quickly put out an apology. I messed up. This and that. What are you doing, bro?
Interesting. They said it was trace amount. So I mean, it could have been something he ate, which he didn't know.
That's what Canelo said, right? They put it in, it was in his meat, in his tacos or some shit like that.
It was something going on with like the meat down in Mexico.
I'm on Canelo ass. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know.
I'm on his ass, bro. He lost me big money last night.
I don't blame you.
Damn, bro. What's going on, fam?
But yeah,
every Cinco de Mayo is supposed to be a given with Canelo. Anyway.
Man, look. He was supposed to win.
Supposed to. But yeah, man, Nuke Hopkins got popped. So I don't really know what to make of that. And the Cardinals seem to be on a downslide anyway with the contract stuff with Kyler and them treading water when it came to J.J. Watt, them losing Chandler Jones to the Raiders. It's like, yo, what? I thought y'all were going to the Super Bowl. What's up?
Man, my boys out in L.A. got it
Meanwhile, right. Meanwhile, wasn't Jalen Ramsey just trying to scoop somebody the other day? He's trying to recruit somebody?
Man, he been trying to recruit everybody.
Yeah. Who was the Honey Badger he was trying to get to come to the Rams?
I don't blame them. They need. I mean, Eric Weddle gone. I mean, they did go get Troy Hill back from the Browns, but they do need another safety.
Crazy. Do you think this is gonna really like hurt the notion that the Cardinals can be mountain movers or make any type of noise in that division, or even when the season starts, trying to get them, into Vegas for a potential Super Bowl bid?
Yeah, I mean, the Hollywood trade should alleviate a little bit of the issue.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's a definite upgrade over Christian Kirk, but they brought AJ Green back. So
What do you think about them? What do you think about them trying to take a flyer on Julio too?
They could use all the help they can get right now.
Right.
I mean, outside of Rondell and Hollywood, there's really not much else they got going on. Zach Ertz is a shell of himself, and they lost a running back in free agency. They lost
Kenyon, right? Or no?
Was it Edmonds or was it? It might have been Edmonds.
Edmonds.
Yeah. Edmonds went to Miami. And then they lost Christian Kirk, which I mean that wasn't a loss, a kind of addition by subtraction with him. But they definitely need to help at receiver, and any targets they can find, the better.
Man, y'all keep it locked. That was big news for me. I was just like, damn. It was something that I almost escaped my attention because it came out like in the middle of the news cycle. So
yeah,
it was something that kind of flew under the radar, and people didn't really give it any justice. But I just wanted to touch on it real quick because it did happen, over a week ago. But man, that's crazy.
That's crazy though, bro. Like I wouldn't have expected it from him.
I'll be looking out for an interview at some point. Like,
look, man,
everybody got thinking.
If we was to put together a list of the top 5 people we think need to be tested at receiver, I highly doubt D-Hop is one of them.
I wouldn't have even thought about it.
I can already tell you who the first person I need tested is. Look, Jamar Chase.
Yikes.
No, and I mean this in a respectful way, but like, that dude is a beast.
We never getting Jamar Chase on the show.
And he is way faster than he was in college. No, this is all respect to Jamar, bro. Jamar is a fucking savage. I'm just saying, like, if we test, look, you know what? I mean, the other name,
yo, I'm gonna stop you. Look,
I'm not accusing anybody. I'm not accusing anybody.
Kareem Akbar, the brother at the bank.
Look, man, I'm not accusing nobody. Yo. I'm just saying, if we all had a list in our head of people we think, D-Hop wouldn't have been the one of the dudes I would have thought.
MG is on the stand saying this thing is bigger than Nino Brown. Let's get to the rundown.
Oh, you already know what I'm talking about, huh?
Oh, my God. My dog. That's why I love you being on the show, bro. Let's talk about the releases. Here we go. So, again, like I said, we're recording this on Sunday. Let me pull up my calendar. Bang, bang, bang. I showed you they snuck them Eagles answer 4s in on us on nice kicks, bro.
Man, I got beef with Reebok, bro. Them Packer anniversary answers they dropped them in every size but 14. They dropped the 13 and they dropped 15, but no 14.
Damn.
Bro.
Damn. Reebok, holla at us, man. We might get an endorsement off this shit at some point. We'll see.
Frustrating.
Start May 11th. Boom. Finally, we've been waiting on these since last Christmas. The Retro 6 Midnight Navy colorways dropping for the men's 220. I'm expecting it to be on the sneakers app. This is a hard pair, an OG colorway, but they got pushed back because of supply chain issues. Stuff was out on them cargo ships, so I think we finally gonna get them in full effect. May 12th, you got some dunks coming out. You got a Nature Waffle Gym Red colorway, as well as a Team Red Dunk Low. Again, probably both on the sneakers app. You also got a New Balance 550 white and gray coming out. May 12th, you got the Jordan Retro 4 Infrared. These are hard. They got them in a full-size run for the fam.
Yeah, bro.
May 13th, this Friday, you got Nike Waffle 1 Summit White. Adidas ZX 900. I used to have those a lot. They used to sell a lot when I used to work at Finish Line. That was my high school job back at Finish Line. The Adidas, the Z900s.
Oh, bruh.
Them was decent. May 14th, this weekend, you got the Retro 11 Low. This was part of that summer rollout that Jordan Brand was coming out with. These are probably going to be a shoe of the year candidate, but they're coming in a full-size run, the 72 and 10 low-top version, as well as the ladies exclusive, the Jordan 3 Retro Neapolitan Those are coming in on the 14th as well. You also got a Nike Jordan 1 Retro High OG Stage colorway. That's gonna just about do it. We're a week away from Chris Appreciation Week, the third Chris Appreciation Week in the Hitmen podcast.
Hey.
How we got a third Chris Appreciation Week and we only been in 2 years? Am I time traveling?
Hey, it's never too much, man.
I'm gonna be at the NBA lottery. I'm gonna try to get some kick picks. We might have to do just a hit kicks cam or something like that. I might have to get that started, seeing who has what on. But we'll also be covering the NBA Combine, so keep it locked. Check us out. Hit us up with them kick picks, them closet kick picks. The Hitmen Podcast at gmail.com. We're gonna play mailbag music by the time the finals hits. We got a contest situated going in the works for who got the best kicks, who got the best closet, and we got some dope interviews coming up. Some of the hottest heavy hitting sneaker heads and sneaker influencers in the game. So keep it locked. I got a good idea for the game show this week, bro. I want to see if you with it. Let me get the music real quick. Bomb. All right, we're gonna stay in the sneaker vein, right? So we're gonna do a little back and forth if you cool with it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do 30 seconds. Let's stay with the Jordans. Let's stay with Mike's. 30 seconds. We're gonna go 1 for 1. You gotta name as many Air Jordans, but not by like the super description, like the nickname. You feel me? Like what they're known as in the street. And we're gonna go back and forth for 30 seconds. And at the end of that, we're gonna do a tally. Whoever had the most is gonna be the winner.
Okay.
So that makes sense?
Let's get it.
All right. So we're gonna start in 5. I'll give you first. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Concords.
Flu games.
Taxis.
Black Cats.
Cool Grays.
Thunders.
Bugs Bunnies.
Lightnings.
Raging Bulls.
Space Jams.
Fresh Princes.
Playoffs.
Ferraris.
Taxis.
Laneys.
Aquas.
Masters.
Pinnacles.
Band.
Defining Moment.
Breads.
Flints.
Ooh, shit.
15 seconds.
Radio Raheem's.
Ooh, that's nice. Why am I blanking? Emeralds.
Cements.
Ooh, nasty. 10 seconds. Shit. Metallics.
OVOs.
Ooh, I think you got it. I'll let you have it. Damn. You came through with the clutch 3 at the end, bro. I got froze. I got shook. I'm like, damn, this nigga really knows sneaks. I should have said the.
Nah, bro. I started blinking for a second. I'm like, shit.
I couldn't get it out fast enough. I should have said double nickels. I'm literally looking at my closet like, damn, what I got. That was dope though. I like that. I think we're gonna keep that shit going.
No. All right, once you hit me with the flints, I'm like, shit.
Yeah, well, that's my dog though. That's why I appreciate you being on the show, because you know your shit. Shout outs for the week before we go. What's the word? Who you got?
Man, we're gonna give a big time shout out to damn. You know what? I'm gonna keep it G. You gonna give a shout out to Future for that project.
Damn, that took mine. Big shout out to Future, Super Future, Fireman, Hendrix, the Wizard.
It definitely he came through clutch.
Came through clutch, huh? Talk about it.
Clutch.
I never liked you. Album
bro.
out right now.
Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm saying?
Dropped a single.
Hey, look, man, we here next week, bro. We here. And then
Mr.
you know I want
the heavy steppers, right?
Yes, sir. Teasing double disc, so we gonna see.
Nice. He dropped the video tonight. I haven't checked it out yet. I saw bits and pieces of it. He had Nipsey Hussle's face on, OJ's face on.
OJ, I want to say Jussie. What?
Yikes! Scary.
Yeah,
hour.
buddy. But yeah, bro, and my boy Babyface Ray, man, he ended up popping up on the Future album. Another, local Detroit artist, kind of starting to blow up. So,
what up, dog?
Big salute to Babyface Ray, Green Guys, Team Eastside. You already know.
Shout out to Marvel. I'm going to check out Doctor Strange 2 tomorrow, but I heard it was lit.
Okay.
I heard it was Liddy City 3000.
Enjoy, my friend.
Oh, you checked it out already?
Yeah, I went opening day, man.
Oh, damn. Did you have the cape on all that? You had the ring?
I went early, bro. I was there 4 p.m., bro, on Thursday, bro. We were there.
Is it 2 hours, 3 hours? Do I need to bring
2 hours,
food?
bro? It's 2 hours and 6 minutes, bro.
Okay.
So it's not even that long.
Okay. Do I need to sneak one of the tequila nicks in my coat pocket, or am I good with just popcorn,
Look,
cotton candy, whatever, nachos? I'm straight.
It depends on if you're trying to spend $100 or not. You know the movie prices.
Yeah, they like gas prices now. God damn.
Bro, look, man, what you gonna pay for some popcorn and candy? You might as well just buy a pair of J's.
Straight up and down, bro. You might be leaving with a car note or IOU promissory.
Yeah, bro, they do not be playing.
God damn, the movies is expensive. That's why I go on Tuesdays. $5 Holly. You feel me?
Hit the matinee. I hear you, bro. I hear you.
I forgot to shout this out a while ago, but shout out to Peyton Manning. He announced a Demaryius Thomas scholarship endowment with Georgia Tech. Obviously, that was the alma mater of the late wide receiver, Super Bowl champion who passed away earlier. I think it was last year, right? 2021?
Yeah.
The scholarship will support
right
incoming
before
freshmen.
the playoffs, I think?
Yeah, right before the playoffs. Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was this year or last year, but right before. The scholarship will support incoming freshmen at Georgia Tech from Lawrence County, Georgia, where Demaryius Thomas was born and raised. Quote from Peyton Manning: "My family and I miss him dearly, and we wanted to honor DT's legacy." Peyton Manning is like
That's huge, man.
is NFL royalty, bro. Like he is.
Hopefully Calvin Megatron get involved in that too. Help out. Another GT alum. So hopefully.
He gonna get a scholarship to biology though. He got a different type of business nowadays. You feel me, big dog? Anybody's trying to be a botanist, chemist, come on over here with Calvin Johnson. We got OG Megatron Strand on the streets.
Hey, bro, we out here.
Yeah, man. I had it lined up. WNBA season just kicked off. Big shout out to the WNBA. Free BG, man. Free Brittany Griner. In case you've been living under a rock, Brittany Griner is still in custody in Russia for what seems like a really petty charge, a real bullshit case. While we sitting here, laughing and joking about getting high, but the WNBA they put BG Brittany Griner's initials and her logo on every single home court in the WNBA, so all 12 courts will have her logo.
We're still paying her salary too,
and still paying her salary, which is dope. But we need a home, we need her playing, we need her safe and with her family. So prayers, hearts, minds, and well wishes to Brittany Griner. You're gonna be home soon, champ. Shout out to Dana Evans, Chicago Sky superstar. Dana Evans has become the first NBA or WNBA player to win a championship in Chicago and sign with the Jordan brand. So salute. Hey. Feel me? Getting that cash. They lost their first game though, I think. But we're going to be all right, man. We're trying to defend that title. Chi-Town to Skytown. I think that's all I got.
It might be Candace Parker Swan song too.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Her and Draymond probably going to ride off into the sunset so they can do media stuff. But
hey, man, I need that Draymond and Embiid podcast, bro.
They did an episode.
But Draymond was trying to talk Embiid into once they both retired doing a podcast together.
They should do a show.
They got good chemistry, bro, and they go back and forth. They talk shit to each other and everything, bro. I'm like, okay, I ain't know I needed that.
If Embiid win the championship, you think we can get him for an interview? I would love to have him on.
Bro, that would be fucking nuts.
Oh, well, we just did what was best for the team, and
was just trolling. Everybody knows I'm a big troll.
James, he came in at the right. Let me stop. Let me chill, because his agent's probably listening.
Hey, man, Joe will take it. Joe understand comedy, man. He's good, funny dude, man.
JoJo, what up? Good game tonight, man. Before we get up out of here, once again, rate, review, and subscribe. Rate, review, and subscribe. We everywhere that podcasts live. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, all of that. Wait, what you say? I ain't hear you. What you say, Prof?
Yo, this is Doma T Pongo when you checking in with the Hitman podcast.
Okay, just so they wouldn't forget. Wait. What'd you say, Scoop?
Yo, this is Scoop Jackson, and you are tuned into the Hitmen podcast.
Uh-huh. Check us out on the socials, the Hitmen Podcast at gmail.com for the mailbag. But, of course, we everywhere. Instagram is at Hitmen Podcast, at Labeled and Known. Twitter is at Virtuoso Sport. Again, make sure y'all tap in with us. We sponsored by Anchor. If you're looking to get into the podcast game, head on over to anchor.fm to get started. And don't ever forget in your life, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, man.
What happened here was a miracle, and I want you to acknowledge it.
All right, it was a miracle. Can we go now?
Y'all share this for a week. We gone. Holla.
Kobe Bryant just sucked the gravity out of the target center.